Hi, viewers. Welcome to another exciting episode of The AI People, where we share inspiring stories of thinkers and builders who are humanizing the AI. Today, I'm the special guest here who is doing some kind of work in biotech with AI. So let him introduce himself.
Hey, everybody. My name is Ryan George. I work over at Frontier Tower. You may have seen it in many cool panning shots there, but yeah, I'm automating all of the biotech, taking things to the last mile by making it possible to replicate artisanal setups or anything that other cloud labs might not actually be able to do without a significant number of engineers and a lot of time.
That's awesome. And I know, Ryan, you're working on something exciting, leading the power of you're going to coax those ideas to advanced biotech with Agentic AI, and you're building a platform through which people can, full resources and work out some cool stuff. Also because you're going to do a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm basically building this thing of the physical capability cloud. It's going to make it possible for anybody with an idea to execute it in a physical reality. I'm starting with biotech because it's one of the hardest things I can think of. But basically, any system out there that's digital or semi-digital, like a process, like scanning something and things, it's possible now to link that to different ways of agentically enacting something and verifying that thing happens. And you can link those tasks together. So like if I have like a printer and somebody 300 feet away in the same building does it, but they need a printer, it can get an Uber driver to come and pick up a print from my printer and drop it off there and then pay everybody out through cryptocurrency to a wallet that's owned by an agent that oversees an orchestration of all of your physical assets that could be used in any kind of wars. And biotech actually, you can do that if you just string together all the different machines. So it's enabling people to bring a machine to a physical space and allows anybody in the world to string together a workflow using those machines, or even robots that have arms and can actually manipulate things dexterously like a scientist would in a lab.
Okay. So this is more telemetry and they get it to make your device available because most of the time selling ISIS. She might as well contribute into a community and the process will be take for your cost. And we also now just bother the instrument set it earlier. How do you plan to take this idea up with? Is that like a real need that you're seeing right now for such a office site?
Well, I think I go with the printer thing because everyone's been in that spot. But I was in that spot earlier today actually, where we needed to print out some signs for this hackathon that we're at, and we didn't really have anything, and we figured it out, of course. But that I was in a pinch, right? And I know people that are in a lot of different situations that would be alleviated if there was a way of orchestrating a whole chain of anything. I think entire supply chains will have this kind of architecture in the future. I think there is a demand for it, and I think the demand will grow once people realize everything that you could do with this. It's one of those scary situations though, because you can't just say you can do anything. You have to give somebody a tangible thing, because when you completely free someone, they're not always going to be as creative as you'd think. It's almost like you get that sort of decision paralysis or something like that. So I'll come up with a couple of really solid use cases that I think just about everyone can use for the launch. And then anything you can imagine is really now at your fingertips with all the different agents out there right now and with all the different robotic capabilities coming online.
What was really your inspiration? What were you going to come up with on the solution to solve this problem?
Right. Yeah. So when I was in college, I had a lot of pipetting to do. They were teaching us biotechnology. And I was like, we got 3D printers, we got robots, we can do this. Like, why are they teaching us how to do this? We can do it so many things, and no one should have to be stuck at banks that go to urban. So I immediately started doing what I always do: go to Google, start doing the search, and try to figure out how to automate these processes. Learn about microfluidics, wanted to start miniaturizing that reducing spotters of faces versus one day. I was by betting something and it had $500 worth of something in a tip. And a tip that long and like this skinny. And I remember by betting it, and I forget if it was in this way or this well. And the full experiment depends on whether or not I could remember which well I just cooked these sting in. And like, I mean, your heart sinks, and you're like, oh my gosh, I could have just wasted not just the $500 in the sip, but the whole thing. Start over. Good luck. And from then on, I was like, no, wait, babe. People are doing this. We got to fix this. Do this sound the same?
In terms of your personal use case for agentic AI, like what are you using it? Yeah, they was helping your work as well.
Okay, yeah. I'm I'm using it all the time. Like I was just about to start using it when you called me away again. Um, every minute I'm not on that, I'm kind of like, there's a new idea. I gotta at least say something. I'll like bust out my phone. I set up my phone so that I can send a message to myself and then it'll send it to plot code on my laptop and start integrating up another project or something. So usually I'll just make little apps of things that I want to see happen. Sometimes I'll take bigger projects. It doesn't really matter the size of the project, just the idea behind it. The other day I made this thing. This is what I had on my Amstrad time. I made this thing so your tabs in the top, you grab a tab selection and then unselect certain tabs and then pull tabs that are selected into a new window. And then someone told me like the hotkeys to do that. I was like, dude, oh well, where's tokens on that one? But I use it for anything I have an idea with, and anything that I think could be an idea. I'll just kind of like discuss it, see whether or not am I just totally insane or if it's something that's actually possible, and then just start building it and then test all it works.
We know agentic AI is a very powerful technology. Do you see this technology bringing people together or creating further silos? People can pretty much do anything with it. It's open call, Anthropic, whatever, right? So, or
They they so it's like any tool. I think it can bring people together. I think Plot Party is going to be something that brings people together with like networking and pre-networking and then post-network follow-up. I think being able to maintain these kind of like different relationships with a lot of people, something that this could facilitate. I think it can bring people together in ways that we haven't been brought together in the past. But I also think it could put people in silos. I think it's a tool, just like any other tool. That's the power to do really good things or really bad things. And I think it's just making it more manifest the abilities that we already inherently have. So it's really up to us or as people, as humans, to decide what you want for our future and then make that happen.
thank you so much, Ryan, for being with a year Dito Create. And I wish you have a great time today. We are at the Hatter Park here in Ropley, in the Bay Area, and it's someone is DK. So we are gonna have some fun here. Yeah.
I hope to see you guys at the next hackathon that we have out here in Oakland. This should be a series. It's going to be fantastic. So, yeah, love to see you guys out there.